78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash the like button and hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so we're notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share this joint. All right, got a little update for y'all. So, according to the news reports, and that's all we get, the information is coming out on the news. So if something come out, we find out 2 days later that it ain't absolutely true, then this is all reportedly, okay? Uh, so we all knew that Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson was being talked about, and now reports are saying that the fight is almost finalized for April in Africa. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition match. So if this fight does take place, I expect it to be a payday for both guys, and I expect both guys to get in the ring and do a little dance and pity pat stuff like that. Mike Tyson not going to try to hit Floyd Mayweather. Floyd is not going to be expecting to get hit by Mike Tyson. So this is just going to be a payday opportunity for both guys. Pretty much is what's going to happen here. I don't see it all. If you got any dreams of Mike Tyson knocking out Floyd Mayweather or something like that, get it out of your mind right now because it ain't going to happen. All right. Now, also in other news, more positive news for Floyd. Now this has not been confirmed, but this is what's being reported by Rick Glacier, who's we all know he's a hater. He's a PBC hater, but sometimes he be right about stuff as it relates to the PBC. Now, according to Rick Glacier claims that the reason why Floyd Mayweather is not suing Al Haymon, he mentioned Al Haymon in the lawsuit. He said that Showtime uh, allowed his advisor to rob him. So he's saying that Showtime, through shady dealings, allowed Al Haymon to rob him, but he wouldn't necessarily mention Al Haymon, name him in the lawsuit. And Rick Glacier says that the reason that's happening is because Al Haymon already settled with Floyd for 120 million. So basically, whatever money Floyd was giving Al Haymon or allowing Al Haymon to keep on the back end, so Al can invest in all this type of stuff. Now that the PBC is the done data, you know what I'm saying, and Al Haymon ain't running the PBC no more, like I told y'all. Now that that's happening, Floyd want his money back. So basically, according to Rick Glacier, Al Haymon has paid Floyd his portion of it. So now Floyd is coming after Showtime for 340 million. All right. Now we'll see what happens with that situation. All right. And I also see a lot of people like grandstanding too. Like I've been getting some weird comments. People like, oh yeah, see, y'all said Floyd was broke. Yeah, now see here, yeah, see the hard, nothing, see, nothing, see. First of all, shut up. Let's start there. Let's shut up because nobody said Floyd was actually broke. There's no way on this earth that I'm going to believe Floyd Mayweather is broke. Now, Floyd Mayweather may not have the money that he's supposed to have, like the $1 billion or 500 million, but Floyd is not broke. He got millions of dollars. Okay. Now, a lot of these rumors about Floyd are from his own doing. Floyd Mayweather came out claiming to have all these smart investments and these real estate deals, $400 million real estate deals in New York, and then when people go check the files, the ownership hasn't been changed in the building's names. And then they talk, and then you got other reports coming out with uh, in New York, in Manhattan, they talking about Floyd owe 300 some $1,000. Then other people saying you owe money from here and there. Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, so I know y'all like Floyd and all that kind of stuff, and that's cool, right? I like Floyd as a boxer as well, but Floyd has done a lot of jig behavior stuff. He has thrown his own people under the bus several times. He has sided with racists against his own people several times. So y'all can miss me with all this, like Floyd is your hero or some mess like that. Just cut it out. Floyd Mayweather do a lot of shenanigans, all right, and he's throwing a lot of brothers under the bus. But anyway, with this being said, if he's got this would explain why he's not naming Al Haymon in a lawsuit. If Al has already given him the 120, or they came to some type of settlement on the back end. All right. Now, in regards to Showtime, uh, the point still remains the same. Floyd Mayweather should have been on his business. Okay, unless Floyd and Al Haymon are both in cahoots, and they came up with some type of strategy themselves to get some money out of Showtime. or something like that. Maybe that's the situation. I'm not sure. I'm not going to speculate too much on this YouTube airways, but at the end of the day, Floyd has a good chance of winning his lawsuit against Showtime. If Al Heyman settled with him, okay, uh, if that rumor is true by Rick Glacier, then and if they can, and Al Heyman knows the books, he know what Showtime got. So if they can open up them books and look and see that Floyd was underpaid or he didn't get the money he was supposed to get, or they'll take the money off top, whatever the case may be, then Floyd Mayweather will have his day in court. And Showtime might end up settling with Floyd. They might not give him his 340 million, but they might. I can see them settling. What I'm saying, just to keep it out there. Make this thing go away. I can see them giving Floyd like $150 million or something like that. So then the next, if they, let's say that does happen, so Floyd just cleared a good, 200 and something $1 million, almost 300 million, right? Out of this situation. Now, what do you do now, right? What do you do now? Because if he has 120 million in the bank, right, and he finna sue Showtime, and if y'all say he don't really owe money and all this type of stuff, why is he getting in the ring with Mike Tyson? Why isn't Floyd somewhere chilling and that retired, just counting money, swimming in Scrooge McDuck type bread? You know what I'm saying? Because there is something wrong here, ladies and gentlemen. Right? It don't make you a hater to point out the obvious, okay? And what irritates me is y'all come over here and y'all click on videos like this and y'all gossipy and listen to stuff like this, and then you want to leave slick ass comments like, "Oh man, oh grown man talking about another man money." Grown man, bro. First of all, shut up, okay? Let's start there again. Just shut up, all right? Because every time I come on here, I gotta listen to grown men hating on me constantly, and I ain't got nowhere near the money Floyd got. But y'all grown men hate on me. As soon as I post a video talking, showing my face, here you got grown men. Hey man, hey man, you on that Ozempic, man? Man, you don't fool me. Everybody talking about you going to the gym. You got the BBL, man. You're like, what? BBL? Like, what is you saying? You know what BBL mean? Y'all dudes is some diabolical haters, bro. Straight up. But then you want to come over here talking about somebody hating on Floyd. This man is a celebrity, and he putting this information out here. Right? Floyd, the one who came. Y'all remember the Gucci situation? Huh? Y'all remember that? Every time in the height of black folks fighting for civil rights in this last 25 years, doing that all the protests and stuff that was going on, Floyd Mayweather came out and stood with them folks. He said, "Blue lives matter." You know what I'm saying? All lives matter. That's what he came out and said. He always do that. And now he running over there with them folks over in Israel. So it is what it is. Y'all can miss me with the cap. Y'all ain't never hear when Floyd is out here cutting these jigs, but y'all always come here and act like somebody hating on him whenever he come up in the news for doing some goofiness. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, him and Mike Tyson, I'm sure will be a huge payday for both of them. Mike Tyson is another one. He made enough money. He shouldn't be out here embarrassing himself no more. But it is what it is, man. These guys get addicted to money. They get addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain habits that's hard to break, no matter how old you get. And one thing that these guys know that they can do is fight. That's what they know they can do. You know what I'm saying? But they got certain habits like, and it's hard to break. Like, and when you, how can I say this? It's like you don't know how to be a civilian no more. You know what I'm saying? Once you lived a certain life and you used to getting money, a lot of these dudes don't know how to switch gears and drive at a different speed. They only know one way. You know what I'm saying? And they only know that fast lane. They don't know how to how to convert over to the minivan life. They don't get it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. I got a homie right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of sneakers and stuff, right? And I got rid of a lot of them because it was just taking up space, and I wasn't wearing them. And my son was over here jacking me for them, stealing them, and my little nephews come over here, and then my shoes be missing. I'm like, what? They're like, oh man, you don't be wearing them, Unc, and all this type of stuff, right? So I said, man, you know what? I'm just gonna let these guys have some of these sneakers because they right. I ain't wearing them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never finna wear them. I'm buying colorways that I don't even think it's fly. I'm just getting them just to be collecting. So I gave away about 50 pair of shoes plus the ones my son stole. So I got about what 40 some pair of shoes left, and I'm keeping it around that right. But I bring that up to say this: I got a homeboy um, who me and him was in the streets together. So at one time, me and him was both getting crazy money. Right now, of course, I moved over to real estate and legal stuff like that. He has moved into legal stuff too. He got a job. He a regular man now, but he can't stop certain habits. Right, he still go and buy a pair of sneakers every week. Now that's his right. That's his money. Right, but this man is addicted to Air Force Ones. He needs a clean, all white pair of Air Force Ones. He only wears his Air Force Ones for a week. He wear them for a week. He get about 5 or 6 wears out of them, and then they going into a box, and he taking them to the Goodwill. And I'm like, bro, we ain't getting money like that no more. He's all, oh, man, they only $130. Only 100. Like, bro, $130? Bro, you know how much money that is if you saved it for a year? You know what you could do with that? Oh man, I ain't tripping on that, man. It's just my thing. It's my thing. Cool. I ain't knocking him because that's his thing. Some people spend that on weed every week, cigarettes, liquor, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? That's he got a right to have his thing. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is he don't know how. Me and him had this conversation several times. Like that's what he used to do when we was in the streets, right? He would have white Air Force Ones. That's his favorite shoe, right? White Air Force Ones. They match with everything. As soon as he get a crease, a scuff, anything, he don't even wipe them off. He get rid of them. I'm like, bro, this is diabolical. Come on, fam. Like we acting like we, you know what I'm saying? Like, you Fat Joe or something out here now. Like we ain't got that kind of money, dog. Like you know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't getting that kind of. We ain't getting it to it like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but to him, that's his thing. He got a right to do his thing. But Floyd and Mike Tyson are like that. You know what I'm saying? To a degree, but just on a bigger scale. These are men who have lived their life used to spending a certain amount of money, especially Floyd. Used to spend a certain amount of money. He don't want to change his lifestyle. He want to, so he got to keep fighting. He got to keep making that type of money so that he can continue up his lifestyle. He afraid to change. You know what I'm saying? With me, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of sneakers. I mean, the sneaker I wear every day. Now that I'm an old man and my feet hurt, Brooks. I've been wearing them Brooks joints. You know what I'm saying? I've been wearing Brooks shoes to the gym, man, because they cushion my feet and make them comfortable. And then when I, when I finna go somewhere like, shake and move or something, I go and throw on some Air Max or my Jordans or something like that. You know what I mean, or whatever. But for the most part, I'm running around in these Brooks. You know what I'm saying? These Brooks joints. To keep my feet nice and comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really, I don't really buy sneakers like that no more. I still got hellified old sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I think the last pair of sneakers I buy is probably gonna be these infrareds, these Jordan salesman joints. I probably buy them just because that's my favorite shoe is the Jordan 6. You know what I'm saying? So the black infrared, the original one, is my favorite shoe ever. So I might go ahead and cop those, and then that's gonna be the last shoe I buy for. What I'm saying? I don't know, maybe a couple of years. I got plenty of shoes. You know what I mean? And there's no need to buy no more. You know what I'm saying? But that's me, and everybody got their own different standards of what makes them happy. I think everybody has the right to do what makes them happy. So I'm not knocking Floyd or Mike Tyson or anybody for doing what makes them happy. It's just that if you're gonna do what makes you happy and that's costing you, if it's costing you and that's you in the public eye, then people are going to judge you. See what I'm saying? If you go out and you make a video, hypothetically, right? If I go out and I make a video and I show myself buying, forget, I'm gonna show this picture right here. This is perfect. It's my Patreon. Make sure you go check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Come on over there, get some of that good game. Sign to a tier, man. I would advise you to sign to Tales of a Hustler or the ldbc tier, you dig? But anyway, so when I post this picture back in the day, a lot of people, oh man, you leaning in front of somebody's car, that ain't your car, man. They can't even fathom that could be my car. They can't even fathom me because they mind, the way the ninja mind work is that black folk can't have nothing, you know what I'm saying? Unless you stole it or you sold your soul or something like that to some demon, right? You can't have nothing. But in reality, I bought that car one summer. Had a lot of needed a lot of maintenance. You know what I'm saying? The owner sold to me because the car it ran, it definitely ran, but it it needed about $30,000 worth of repairs on it. You know what I'm saying? With cars like that, it ain't regular maintenance. You know what I'm saying? When your Chevy break down, you need some maintenance on it. It might at the most cost you a couple thousand. When my Escalade break down, it's always a couple thousand, right? No matter what, it's a couple thousand. I don't care if you need your brakes done. They're gonna find a way to tax you a couple thousand. But when a Rolls Royce get messed up, you know, all the parts cost a ridiculous amount of money. So the owner didn't want to spend all that money on getting it fixed. He said, "Look, the car's paid off. I'm done with this, man. Just give me 50,000 for it." I said, "What?" Now I'm like a Rolls for 50,000. I said, "Let me test drive it, man. This thing probably got some type of weird engine in it." Boom. So I'm riding it. Oh, this will do it. And I'm looking at it as a flipper, as a nice investment, like a property. So I get it. I ride around with it for the summer. I smash every chick in sight. You know what I'm saying? Take a bunch of pictures. Little chicks want to take pictures in it, and then I flipped it. You know what I'm saying? I flipped it to a mechanic, one of my mechanic buddies. You know what I'm saying? I made my money back and then some. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do because I'm a hustler like that. But if I show you this picture, Ninja, oh no, that ain't yours. There's no way it could be yours, and this, and that, right? Now, if I bought this car, right, a car like this or whatever, a luxury vehicle, and then I it got repossessed. Let's say it get repossessed. That means I'm living above my means, right? If it get repossessed, then you're living above your means. If I buy a home and I can't afford the mortgage and after a couple months, then I'm living above my means. Okay? And there's nothing wrong. Even if Floyd and Mike Tyson are millionaires, there's nothing wrong. And they are millionaires. There's nothing wrong with pulling back a little bit on your spending, so that because nobody want to see legends, black legends, end up broke. Don't nobody want to see that. Don't nobody want to. Don't. For, what did you do all this for? Don't nobody want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be out here stunting, then make sure you can back up the stunting. So if Floyd gonna be saying he got this, and he got $400 million deals and all this and this and that, you shouldn't at the same time be acting thirsty. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing that. That's all I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. 70 Sports TV, salute to the mighty ldbc. Make sure y'all check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/70 Sports TV. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm about to hit up. Deuces.